Article 75 of the Constitution of Pakistan directs the President to give his assent to a bill within 10 days' time. Moreover, Article 75 also provides that where a President disagrees with the bill in its entirety or a certain portion of a bill, the President may return that bill back to the Parliament. However, while returning that bill back to the Parliament, the President has to append a separate note which informs the Parliament and apprises the Parliament to the extent of the President's disagreement. So where the President disagrees with the bill in its entirety, the President shall inform the Parliament about that, and where the President disagrees with a certain portion of a bill, the President shall inform the Parliament accordingly. Moreover, Article 75 also gives the President the discretion to propose or make suggestions as to the amendments that may be considered by the Parliament in that bill. Now, the first question, given President Arif Alvi's recent statement that he had disagreed with the Official Secrets Amendment Bill and the Pakistan Army Amendment Bill and had directed his staff to send that bill back to the Parliament, the first question that emerges is that can the President simply return a bill back to the Parliament, or must the President also enclose a note or a message with that bill informing the Parliament the extent of his disagreements or the reason of his disagreement? I believe the President cannot simply ask his staff to return the bill back. This, to my mind, in terms of the language of Article 75, is a grave abdication of the President's responsibilities. The President must append a note with such return, and he must inform the Parliament as to the basis of his disagreement and the extent of his disagreement. Now, the second portion of Article 75. The first portion, as we discussed, directs the President to either give his assent within 10 days or alternatively send the bill back to the Parliament. The second part or the second facet of Article 75 is that where a bill has been sent back to the Parliament will then reconsider that bill in a joint sitting, and the Parliament may then consider those amendments that the President has suggested, or may simply pass the same bill once again without taking the President's suggestions and proposals into account. Now, when the bill once again goes to the President, when a bill goes to the President a second time, the President once again has 10 days to give his assent to a bill, or alternatively, the President, even if the President does not give his assent to that bill within 10 days, the bill is deemed to become a law. Now, a question that then emerges is that what happens if the President in the first round does not give his assent within 10 days and does not return the bill back to the Parliament? Does the bill become an act and thus become a law, or does the bill not become an act? My understanding of the Constitution is that given the scheme and structure of our Constitution, and given that a parliamentary form of governance forms the bedrock of our constitutional dispensation, my understanding is that a bill becomes an act after 10 days, even in the first round. So if the President does not return a bill back to the Parliament, or if the President does not give his assent to a bill within 10 days, that bill becomes an act because the Presidency or the President cannot usurp the Parliament's functions, and the President cannot paralyze the Parliament's role of legislation. We are a parliamentary democracy, and I don't think that our parliamentary democracy, the system of a parliamentary democracy, gives the President the right to simply sit over a law. So as a result, my understanding is that in this particular situation, if President Alvi did not return the bill back to the Parliament with his note or with his message whereby he informed the Parliament of his disagreement, then by virtue of Article 75, given that more than 10 days had passed since the passage of this bill, my understanding is that the bill has now become an act and the bill now has force of law. So in this particular situation, it appears that the President had abdicated his responsibility, and I think such abdication is inconsistent with Article 75 and the role that has been given to the President under our constitutional dispensation.